This level is a fun one. Trust me, I've always enjoyed it, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it now. We're just going to start way up here at the top in this neat little area.
Gravity is a harsh mistress.
Now, one of the great things about this stage is that it is very open, and it's something that's kind of been missing from a lot of the modern shooters that have taken all their cues from the Call of Duty franchises, and I can see why. I mean, it is a moneymaker, so a lot of modern shooters have kind of gone with that template, so to speak. But I'd like to point out that not only does this feel really open right from the get-go, I mean, I'm way up top, there's this whole stage below me, and if I choose, I could actually fall down there and survive. I'm not going to do that because I like my health. But I am going to take care of this guy a little early. He's got a rail detonator, and it would really hurt if I had to fight him later down the line. New enemy here called the Assassin Droid, who's more than happy to see me. And down there we have a force field, so we're not going to be heading that direction yet. Now there is a very quick way to get through this stage. It could probably take me no more than 2 minutes to run through, even if I was playing pretty recklessly. But I kind of want to show off this stage a little bit, because it is really open, and that's what I really like about it. You can kind of approach it in many different ways. You can go straight for the objectives if you know what you're doing, but before that you kind of have to explore to kind of see how these areas relate to one another. And that's just something that you don't find in games these days. And I don't mean to harp on Call of Duty in particular, but it is such an industry standard that it's kind of an easy go-to. And I do speak in generalizations here, but a lot of modern shooters I find are built around this kind of A to B design, where you have a starting point, you have an end point, and everything in between you're moving in a straight line. And there are encounters on the way, there are enemies and fights and events, and a lot of it is very story-driven, but there's really no exploration, there's no side paths, there's nothing to really give you freedom of choice and freedom of movement. And that makes sense. Something that I wanted to bring up in my recent Duke Nukem 3D co-op game with my friend Drew was that a lot of these modern games don't have exploration because there's no way to reward it. I mean, think about it. You have... Oh, I love this sniper rifle so much. What could be the incentive for exploring in a game like... Once again, I'll use Call of Duty as my example, but in any kind of linear shooter like that, what could be your benefit to exploration? Most of these games run off of a regenerating health system, so you're not going to find any health pickups. You're not going to find any armor pickups. Most of these games run off of having minimal supplies, like 2 guns, 1 main gun, let me just shut off that alarm, and 1 handgun or something of the sort. Well, let's make ourselves invisible so we don't have to worry about these folks interrupting us. So you're not going to find any ammo pickups around. And even if you would, all of the enemies that you're fighting in the game use guns too, so anyone you kill is going to be giving you ammo as a reward anyway. This is a locked door, but we're going to take note of it so we can come back here later. So what are they going to reward you with? And that's the thing about these old games. It's the design of this, these varied weapons. You know, I have awesome weapons like this concussion rifle that I haven't even shown off yet. But I'll try to get some... Whoa, oh no! Missed. I'll try to get some use out of. But finding ammo for this is a reward. And it's a reward for exploration, for searching the landscape. You can't really do that in a game where all you're using is the same MP4 and, you know, Deagle combination or whatever it is that you're using. It just doesn't work that way. So how do you reward exploration? Well, something that I've noticed in different genre games. Recently I've been playing Evil Within, the Shinji Mikami Resident Evil type horror game that came out in October. And one of the great things about that game is that it's built on a really good ability system where exploration is rewarded by giving you experience points. And you use that experience to upgrade abilities, upgrade your weapons, and all that such. So exploration in those games is very heavily rewarded, and that's something to be appreciated. Let's hop in here. Ah, gotcha. And you can do that very well in games like this as well, because there's lots of health pickups, lots of armor pickups, and you have these secrets, right? Because whenever you find a secret, I don't know what I just turned off. I think it's force field or a door. Whenever you find a secret, you have this kind of you know, the more that you find, the more upgrades you can get. For example, if I find all the secrets on this stage, I get more force power points to spend. So it's a really good way to reward the player for exploration. There are so many ways in this game that you just don't find in many modern action shooter platformers. Now, I've just done a lot of stuff in this level. I've turned off a force field, I've cut power to another force field, I've opened a door, and I think I got a card key as well, or I'm about to get a card key. A lot going on, but the reason I'm not doing anything right now is because I'm waiting for this gonk droid. If you're a sadist, like I can sometimes be, you kill all the droids that you see, but in this case you don't want to do that, because this droid, you need to wait for him to walk up here and open this door for you for the only secret in the level, which includes a full revive, some armor, and more ammo for our concussion rifle, which I am having a lot of fun showing off. Ah! As you can see, it has a really big blast radius, so you can do a ton of damage with it. And you don't have to be too accurate either. Let's call our elevator down. But we've opened a lot of paths to us now, and we got to figure out where we want to go. Oh, that was cool. Let's make this a little bit easier for me by going invisible. The secondary fire on the concussion rifle is this concentrated blast, because the area damage does actually hurt you if you're too close to it, so this is kind of the safe alternative. Now, where do I want to go? Let's try going this way first. Now, there should be some enemies. Let's take care of them a little bit. Oh, I'm still invisible. I don't think they can see me. Red key card. So, we've already explored, so we know where that's going. But here's our objective for the level. What we're doing is we're targeting this cannon, which is aimed at the rebel base, and we're going to switch targets to the enemy base and fire off some shots. I'm not doing enough damage, so I need to increase power. And the next level is through that door, so let's go back and explore a bit. Gonna try not to get lost. I believe I need to go this way. Oh, up I go. See, it's actually a really small level. There's only about 4 areas interconnected, but it feels large and it feels grand because you have this kind of freedom to approach the areas in a different order than you might initially think. You need to explore to complete this level. So I really appreciate it for that. Oh, gee, how am I missing? Oh, I took a lot of unnecessary damage there. Oh, ha! You can't get me. Oh well, let's flip this switch, put the gun to full power, and we're almost done with this level, believe it or not. So let's just... Oh, nice shot, Mac. Nice shot. Now, let's see. How do I get out of here? That's... Oh, wait. I'm going the wrong way altogether. Might be... I guess it's all connected, so I guess whichever path I take will lead me to the right place. But I want to go this way. Oh no! I'm going to run from that droid. Oh, I think I just ran by an enemy. Putting all those points into force speed has been kind of dangerous. But here we are at the end of the level. A very quick one when you know what you're doing, but all of the fun comes from the exploration, from going around, seeing how all these areas are interconnected. But let's end it. Now, I can't actually remember, but for some reason I think that you can target the rebel base instead and fire off a shot at it. It might result in a game over, or otherwise the game will stop you from doing it. But it's fun that the option is there nonetheless. Oh, and he's right. We're going to be setting up a self-destruct next stage, which is going to be quite exciting. We found the only secret there. Now, we have a lot of force powers to choose from here, including a new tier. Which includes Absorb, which will absorb any Dark Force energy, and a lot of, I think it sometimes protects from energy-based weapons, but we won't be needing that too much next stage. Destruction, which is a really powerful attack, which is kind of a projectile that does a lot of area damage, which is a lot of fun. Protection, which does what it sounds like, it affords protection from any kind of physical damage. And Deadly Sight, which will burn through any enemies you look at. Oh, that sounds fun. In terms of what we need for next stage, nothing really. Geez. I'm not going to be really using any of these until much later in the game when we switch to Mara. So for now, I'm just going to put 3 points into protection. Why not? Make the next stage a little bit easier. But, yeah. There we go. Next stage, we're going to be self-destructing and running for it. I'll see you there.